The incarnation of Christ, Jesus taking on human flesh, is one of the most profound mysteries in the Bible. A famous author, C.S. Lewis, called it the grand miracle of Christianity. It is on the incarnation of Jesus upon which the whole story of the gospel is hinged. In the simplest of terms, the incarnation is the union of God and humanity in the person of Jesus Christ. This happened at the very moment of conception, when undiminished deity became clothed in unstained humanity. Jesus, co-equal, co-eternal, co-existent with the Father, is both fully human and 100% God. And in the grandest of mysteries, Jesus dived down from the heavenly places into the depths of the created world and became a man. We find this truth in the letter by Paul to the Philippians. Paul was writing to the church in Philippi, encouraging them to remain humble, just like Jesus. He said, "In your relationships with one another, have the same mindset as Christ Jesus, who, being in very nature God, did not consider equality with God something to be used to his own advantage. Rather, he made himself nothing by taking the very nature of a servant, being made in human likeness." In this sacred scene painted by Paul, we find Jesus, the one through whom the world was created, submitting himself to the laws of the universe which he himself created. He gave up his power and became vulnerable. He gave up his independence and became utterly dependent. He gave up his heavenly privilege to be served, to become a servant himself. He emptied himself. He made himself nothing, as Paul said. But never did he give up his deity. He never stopped being God when he became a man. He did not become something less than God. All he did was let go of his hold on his divine prerogatives as God and chose to live as a human. And by doing so, he became vulnerable to two things that are a reality to every human. He, just like us, became open to temptation. And he, just like us, became mortal and could die. Jesus walked among us humans. He's been there, done that. He knows what human life is all about. He experienced growing pains. He felt hunger, thirst, exhaustion, and pain. He felt hurt, both physically and emotionally. He cried, just like us. He agonized, just like us. When he was tortured, he felt intense pain. He bled where his flesh was cut. He had difficulty breathing when he was crucified. And when his body gave up, he died. But unlike all humans, he did not sin. He may have been tempted, but he never succumbed to temptation. And though he died, he rose again from the dead. He triumphed over sin and death. And as he did so, he opened the way for us who put our trust in him to triumph over sin and death as well. So that we too, when the fullness of time has come, may bask in the glory of the God who became man, Jesus Christ, for all eternity. And as we claim these truths, let us always keep in mind, faith matters too.